Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, say Kahalai Lai Hawa, Hashem Hawa Shai, Hashem Rakakudas, Shalom, Lebaquayim, Shaw, Yasharala. And yeah, man, I was watching this economic channel, man. Hey, brothers, just subscribe to it, man. It's called Economy Rewind. Very informative financial breakdowns this guy does. You know, talking about the economy and so the dude was going into the petrodollar and the collapse of it. So I did a little research, myself, brothers we talk about it, whatever. And yeah, man, this this devil has played himself. The devil had played the game, and the bankers, the international bankers, have made deals. Small headers, what I'm saying, behind the scenes, have made deals with the OPEC nations, through to have the oil production being done in U.S. dollars. The oil consumption, buying and selling of it. But since these nations are moving away from this dollar, all right, being the world reserve currency since 1971, that they had the Bretton Woods, right? They from 74, from 1974, they started to make the nations, the oil producing nations, through OPEC. They had to force them to buy it in the U.S. dollar. So now the nations are moving over into their own. They're doing their own thing, if you will. A lot of them, China, India, Brazil. They're saying these different BRICS nations. They're getting tired of this devil. So now it says that the men of thy confederacy have been against thee, man. Those that have been at peace with thee. Matter of fact, let me look that up real quick. See if I get that real quick. Yeah, Obadiah 1 and 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, and there is none understanding in him. Right. They that eat thy bread, that bread have laid a wound under thee. So these nations have been eating this devil's bread. They've been partakers of the hope of Babylon, and now they're seeing this place. It's not as strong as it once was. It's hegemony. The trust in the dollar is no more. So hey, they're cutting the Edomite off. The nations are trying to cut the Edomite off. All right. Matter of fact, let me start with this article right here. Let me see here. All right. It says countries dumping the U.S. dollar. What countries dropped the U.S. dollar? Full list of reasons. As of late 2025, a growing number of countries are reducing their reliance on the U.S. dollar. This is from EBC Financial Group. So it says a growing number of countries are reducing their reliance on the U.S. dollar, a move that is reshaping global finance, trade, and geopolitics. While no major economy has completely dropped the U.S. dollar, many nations, especially in the CIS and emerging markets, are actively reducing their dependence on the dollar in trade settlements, foreign reserves, and bilateral currency swaps. This global shift, known as de-dollarization, is driven by various economic, political, and strategic factors. This movement is reshaping international trade, finance, and geopolitics. In this comprehensive analysis, we explore which countries are decreasing their reliance on the U.S. dollar. All right, so it goes into, it says North Korea, Iran, Venezuela, Cuba. full drop abandonment of the dollar. All right. Partial de-dollarization. Russia, China, India, Brazil, SIS states, and Nigeria, Africa. Right. Partially, they've done away with the dollars somewhat. They still deal with it, but they're phasing the dollar out. So with that being said, right, since these nations are dropping the dollar, you know, Esau can't have that, man. Esau can't have these nations leave him, you know, high and dry, because this is all about control and power. So he has to bring about this micro CHIP system, you know, which is all going to bring the fear of the wicked upon him, because when he's eating, the scriptures tell you when he's eating, when he's about to fill his belly, you know, the Lord shall cast it out of his mouth, right? And he shall vomit up riches, right? He's heaping up riches for the last day. And it's going to tell you in Job 20th chapter, you read that whole chapter. All right, it's going to go into how this devil's new world order, all right, is going to be taken from him while he's eating. And the fullness says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. And every hand of the wicked is going to come upon him. These other nations, man. All right, because Esau has been the head of the wicked. Job 9:24, if the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, Esau has made, like I said, these agreements with these nations to blot out the name of Israel from remembrance, the name of the true Israelites, so he can build his wealth, his status, his empire. Which that channel, Economic Rewind, they had 2 days ago. He put out a video about the collapse of the empire. So he goes into Spain, Rome, you know, the devaluing of their currency, and there's nothing new under the sun. All right, same thing is transpiring with the white man's kingdom, with America, which all those other before named countries or empires, famous empires on the earth, they were Edomites too, right? The Romans, Edomites, the Spaniards, Edomites, the British, Edomites, right? But the scripture tell you his look was more stout than his fellows, right? See, this place right here was the most proud. This place right here is the most wicked, and this is the last kingdom, right? America, Babylon the Great. All right. So now it says Psalms, the 91st chapter. It says, and the Psalms 90, 91. And verse 5, it says, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow by day that fly by day. So like it says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wastes at noonday. A thou shalt fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh unto thee. It says, only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Yeah, only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the reward of the wicked. All right, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. So we're seeing the fall of his damn devil, man. We're seeing that his economic policies have backfired on him, right? You know, which the collapse is designed, if you will, but he's designing this collapse in order to bring in his new world order, right? His technological beast system that he's going to implement in the people by way of that device, implantable device. But that's why it says, why did the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? I tell you in Psalms 2. You know, so So it says, only with the eyes should I behold and see the reward of the wicked. The reward of the wicked is the destruction. All right, that's going to be his reward. But the Lord's going to grant the desire of the righteous. That's starting with his elect. It says, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion, and the dragon shall thou trample under feet. Yeah, we're going to trample this dragon under feet. The scriptures say what? They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, right? The beast and his image. You know, because he hath set his love upon me, 14th verse. Therefore I will deliver him, I will set him on high, because he hath known me and known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. As talking about the elect of Israel. I'll be with him in trouble, and I will deliver and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. The Lord is getting ready to show us our salvation when the fear of the wicked comes upon him. All right, and that's what's happening. The fear of the wicked is coming upon him because he's winning at the end of the earth. All right, he's winning. He's made his seat in the rear end of the earth. All right, he's established his kingdom. All right, emanating from Babylon. This is his blessing. Psalms 46:8. Come behold the works of the Lord. That's what we're beholding. We're beholding the reward of the wicked. Only with thy eyes should thou see the reward of the wicked. Right? Come behold the works of the Lord. What desolations he had made in the earth. The Lord is about to make desolation in the earth. All right. The bow of steel shall strike him through. Right? 9th verse. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow and cutteth the spear asunder. And he burned the chariot in the fire. Be still and know that I am the Most High. Yeah, don't worry. Right? It'll be still, man. And I'll be exalted amongst the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Say, like, yeah, the God of Jacob is going to be our refuge, man. You know, all hell breaking loose, people, you know, economic stability, instability, I should say. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom, knowledge should be his stability at that time, strength, salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right, so without a doubt, hey, the Lord's going to be with us, man. Only with the eyes should I behold and see Psalms 91:8. Only with the eyes should I behold, see the reward of the wicked, man. You know? Okay, so it says the Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Say la. Yeah, the Lord is with us, man. All right. Let's see. Ain't gonna come get us from the end of the earth, and we're gonna behold the reward of the wicked. The wicked work, a deceitful work. Proverbs 11. So now it's coming upon his head. You know. Proverbs 11:11. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted. Yeah, but Esau's not the upright, man. Esau's the wicked. By the blessing of the upright is the city exalted. But it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. See, Esau is going to overthrow himself. He that is void of wisdom despises his neighbor, but a man of understanding holds his peace. Right? So now, because Esau has not held his peace, he's become a gatherer abroad. His desire is hell, it cannot be satisfied, right? Jumping down to the 18th verse, says the wicked work a deceitful work. Matter of fact, 17 as well. Let me read that too. The merciful man doeth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel trouble his own flesh. Yeah, the tender mercies, scripture say the tender mercy of the wicked is cruel, right? So it says, but he that is cruel is trouble his own flesh. The wicked work a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward, right? As righteousness tend to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They that are of a full heart are an abomination to the Lord. But such are upright in their heart, and their way are his delight. And though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. As says in Proverbs 16:4. The Lord had made all things for himself, yet even the wicked for the day of evil. So Proverbs 11, and 21, man. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered, man. The seed of the righteous being the sons of Israel, of Jacob, all right? That sowing righteousness, they shall receive a sure reward. But the wicked work at deceitful work, so it's falling upon his own head, man. The countries, the other nations are waking up to his bullshit. They're making their own deals amongst themselves. So Esau can't have that, man. He got to keep his control over the earth. He got to try to fight for his little power, to keep his little power. But see, the Most High is gonna strip him. Yeah, strip him bare, man. Strip him bare. So it says Proverbs 24, and Proverbs 24 and 19. It says, "Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given the change. So, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out." All right. There shall be no reward to the evil man. The evil man, scripture say, evildoers, should not live out half their days. Half their days. Let's pull that up too, man. Should not live out half their days. They ain't gonna live out half their days, man. Psalms 55 and 23. But thou, O Most High, shall bring them down into the destruction. Bloody and deceitful men should not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee. Yeah, bloody and deceitful men are not gonna live out half their days. Like and see, going into this whole petroleum oil thing reminds me of that movie with Daniel Day-Lewis, man. There Will Be Blood, right? This guy got his wealth, his riches through the bloodshed, man. All right, through bloodshed, bro. All right. It says, "Woe unto the wicked," Isaiah 3:11. "Woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him." Yeah, he got blood on his hands. So the reward of the wicked, the reward of his hands shall be given him, man. Isaiah 5:23. Matter of fact, Isaiah 5. Let me jump up a bit, a couple of verses. Yeah, the reward of the wicked is Proverbs. Isaiah. Was it Isaiah 3:11? Yeah, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. Yep, the reward of his hands, the reward of his bloody hands, like Daniel Day-Lewis says in the movie, had blood all over his hands, man. Woe unto him that Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's what they're doing. They're putting bitterness for sweetness. That's what they're presenting in this society. They're presenting America as a good thing. They're presenting their way of life as a good thing. They're presenting their micro-CHIP as a good thing. All right. They're presenting debt as a good thing. You know, you gotta go into debt. This is a debt-based society. All right. That's bitterness. That's oppression. All right. The borrower, scripts say the borrower is subject to the lender, right? So that's nothing but oppression right there, man. That's nothing but oppression. So it says, "Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and are prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him." Yeah, so all you seeing is that under Esau's rule, you got wickedness being justified, all right, for rewards. All right. And you got the righteousness of the righteous being taken from him. But the Lord going to come back and give it back to us, man. All right. 24, therefore, as the fire devoureth the stubble and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be rottenness, and their blossom shall go up as the dust, because they have cast the law away the law of the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. This, therefore, is the anger of the Lord kindled against his people, because they have made covenants with Esau, Edom. That's why it says your covenant with hell be disannulled in the 28th chapter. It says, and his hand against them and have smitten them, and the hills did trouble them, did tremble, and the carcasses were torn in the midst of the streets. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand stretched out still. Yeah, his hand stretched out to his elect, man. All right. His hand stretched out to his elect, man. So it says 2 Ezra 7. And 2 Ezra 7 and 33. And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment at the end of the world, man. The Most High through his son, man. The Lord said, if you see me, you've seen the Father, right? So he's going to come down here and shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and long suffering shall have an end. Why is there misery? Because of economic instability, man. Because the Edomite is bringing about draconian legislation. I said Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe to you, decree unrighteous decrees, grievousness which you have prescribed. Because of the fact that this devil is taking away your wages by fraud. All right. Inflation, hyperinflation, so on and so forth, man. That's why the fear of the wicked is gonna come upon him, man. All right. On the side of the oppressor, there was power. On our side, there was none. I tell you, Ecclesiastes, the 4th chapter. I looked in low, and I saw that on the side of their oppressors, there was power, and on their side, on the side of the worms, the grasshoppers, we're passed out as grasshoppers from the earth. On our side, there was no power, you know. So the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. But judgment only shall remain. Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. That's what's happening. The Lord said, what? The house of David shall wax stronger and stronger, right? The house of Saul wax weaker and weaker. So truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. That's why I said many shall run to and fro in Daniel 12, and knowledge was going to increase, right? So the knowledge is increasing. All right. The faith is waxing strong, and the truth is standing. And judgment is remaining, because under Esau's rulership, like I did the lesson the other day, this place had become Planet Fitness, man, a judgment-free zone. You know, where they where everything's allowed, man. You know, but it says 35, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed. Only with thy eyes shall what? Thou see to behold the reward of the wicked. Psalms 91 and 8. And the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be enforced, and wicked deeds shall bear no more rule. And what wicked deeds? Esau's wicked deeds, man. All right. Yeah, Jacob has become wicked, right? Following after his oppression. You know, following after his daddy, the devil. All right. That's why the Lord said, you are your father, the devil, and the lust of your father. You would do John 8:44. All right. So Psalm 61 and 2, it says, from the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. That's why we're crying. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Right. From the end of the earth, I will cry unto thee. Because from the end of the earth, this is where we're being oppressed. That's where the Israelites are at, being oppressed. That's where they're at, being chastised, being having their ways kept back by fraud. Haggai 1 and 6. So from the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I, man. From the end of the earth, that's where we're crying unto the Lord, man. It says Jeremiah 25 and 33, and the slain of the Lord shall be at the end, at that day, from the end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth, from America, from sea to shining sea, right? The scriptures say a consumption decree upon the whole land, man. And the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunken. So at the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from the end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be like dung upon the ground. Yeah, because that's why it says in Ezekiel 39 that we're gonna have to sever men of continual employment to sever all the bodies that's gonna be upon the earth. 39:14, man. And they shall sever men of continual employment passing through the land to bury with passengers those that remain upon the face of the earth to cleanse it. After the end of 7 months shall they search. Right. All right. Second Ezra 6:15. And therefore, when it speaketh, be not afraid. When the vision is speaking, be not afraid, man. At the end, it shall speak, and it shall not tarry. The vision is yet for an appointed time. At the end, it shall speak and not lie. It's not lying. It's coming to pass. All right. The vision is being made plain upon tables, right? So therefore, when it speaketh, be not afraid, for the word is of the end, and their foundation of the earth is understood. It says the word is of the end, man, and the foundation of the earth is understood. So there you have it. All right. Isaiah 42:10. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise from the end of the earth, ye that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants of the earth. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voice, the villages that Kedar doth inhabit. Let the inhabitants of the rock sing, let them shout from the top of the mountains. Let them give glory unto the Lord and declare his praise in the islands. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have refrained myself and been still. Now will I cry like a travailing woman, and I will destroy and devour once. And I'll make waste mountains and hills and dry up the herbs. And I'll make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools. And I'll bring the blind by a way that they knew not. That's us. We were blind. And I will lead them in paths they have not known. And I'll make darkness light before them and crooked things straight. These things I will do, and I will not forsake them. Right. So the Lord's not going to forsake us, man. They're going to forsake Babylon. All right. This God-forsaken place, like they say. This God-forsaken place. Yeah, this place going to be forsaken, man. All right. This place is going to be forsaken. So the fear of the wicked. The fear of the wicked shall come upon him, man. But the desire of the righteous shall be granted. Only with thy eyes, Psalms 91:8. Only with thy eyes should I behold and see the reward of the wicked. All right. This motherfucker been making deals with these nations to blot out the name of Israel. He been making pacts and agreements. He been doing dirt. All right, now these nations are turning their backs on the white man, and he can't have that. So he gonna bring World War III. All right, you niggas don't want to play with me no more. Like a kid, you know. You're gonna take the ball home. You gotta take the ball home, man. Esau tried to take the ball home, man. Fuck y'all. Y'all wanna play with my dollar bill no more. The dollar is not the, you don't want to exchange your oil production, your goods, your global trade. You don't want to do it in my dollar no more. All right, we're gonna fight to the death. I'll blow this fucking place to smithereens before I give it to a Chinese man. But see, that's why the Lord got to intervene. I blow this thing I blow the earth apart before I give it to a Negro. If I let a Native American Indian or a Latino man take the throne, you ain't gonna take no fucking throne. That's the modus operandi. That's the thought process of the Edomite. So you got this cracker. He study you. You have to study this cracker, man. All right. So Proverbs 10 and 24, it says, the fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, but the desire of the righteous shall be granted. As the whirlwind passes, so is the wicked. All right, the whirlwind going to the missiles. So is the wicked no more. When the whirlwind pass by, the wicked shall be no more, but the righteous is an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth, as smoke to the eyes, so is the sluggard to them that send him. The fear of the Lord prolonged days, but the years of the wicked shall be shortened. For the hope of the righteous shall be gladness, and the expectation of the wicked shall perish. For the way of the Lord is strength to the upright, but destruction shall be to the workers of iniquity, and the righteous shall never be removed, but the wicked shall not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the just bring forth wisdom, but the forward tongue shall be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked speak forwardness. That's what they've been doing. That's why it says an evil speaker should not be established upon the earth, man. Let's pull that up too. I'll leave it here. It says, let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Psalms 140 and 11. Evil shall hunt the violent man to destroy him. So there you have it, man. All right. The fear of the Lord prolong days, but the year of the wicked shall be shortened, man. All right. So the desire of the righteous shall be granted, and the fear of the wicked shall come upon him. I said Proverbs 10:24. And that's what happened. That's what's happening, man. You know. So with that, Shalom, call Halayim Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Makagwadash, Shalom, Labu Kwayim Shah Yasharam. Mawafla Babal, man. Shalom.